a lot of people don't realize that they have low self-worth. But if you are a person who finds it difficult to set boundaries, to say no when really you don't want to do something, but you find yourself feeling obliged to say yes to things that you really don't want to do, it might be a self-worth issue. If you are particularly indecisive and you find it hard to know what you want or what you like, it might well be a self-worth issue. There are so many ways that low self-worth shows up. Feeling like you don't deserve good things. Which can lead to self-sabotage. And by self-sabotage, I mean blocking yourself from having the things that you want, whether that's success in your business or whether that's love, a loving relationship. Do you find that you kind of end up doing certain behaviors that you know will stop you from getting that very thing that you say you want? It can all be these can all be symptoms of having low self-worth. And the good news, a lot of people don't realize that they've got low self-worth. And by low self-worth, I used to be kind of allergic to the phrase because I thought it meant to be better than other people. But that's not what it means. It just means to be as good, to believe yourself to be a decent human being that is as good as others. Certainly not better than. And you know, the whole concept of self-worth becomes irrelevant when you have a normal, healthy level of self-worth. It is just like the whole question becomes as irrelevant as, you know, whether a tree is worthy. You know, if you think about nature, if you think about an animal, a seagull, because I'm up on the cliffs, do you think a seagull ends up with low self-worth? No. Like, all animals don't question whether they deserve certain things, and neither should humans. But a lot of us have been brought up in unhealthy ways, in perhaps unloving environments, but it's not even about the environment, because certain people go through hell and still don't develop low self-worth. It's all about what we allow the experiences that we've been through to mean about us. It's all about the meaning that we attribute to the things that happen to us. So yeah, we got to stop making everything mean something. And the good news is, if you're starting to question, maybe this is me, maybe I'm suffering with low self-worth, maybe I don't feel worthy, maybe I don't feel deserving, maybe I'm always feeling like I'm lacking somehow, that I'm not enough somehow. And another symptom of that, it can be really over-analysing everything, or being a perfectionist, like, you know, I should have done better, waking in the night maybe, or just like replaying conversations. Oh, I could have said that, I could have said this, I shouldn't have done that, next time I would do it like this, and replaying the whole thing. it's really unhealthy, and it's so unnecessary, and it doesn't help you, it doesn't serve you. But this is what happens when we don't feel worthy, like when we doubt our goodness, our inherent, basic, intrinsic goodness as human beings. So I'm on a personal mission to reinstill a basic sense of goodness in human beings. And I'm launching a month-long program, 4 weeks in a container, in an incubator with me, with a loving community of supportive people going through the same thing, in which you will totally overhaul this trance of unworthiness, because you are a phenomenal human being. You are here for incredible things. You're capable of changing the world. I believe that with every inch of my being, that all of us have the power, the capacity to change the world in one way. You know, we all have these unique skills to offer the world. We're all different. And it's time for us as human beings to embrace our differences, to embrace our uniqueness, our unique gifts, and like heal this blooming sense of unworthiness that is just getting in the way of us living a good life and serving and being of benefit to others. And I so want for you to be able to live the life that you long for, and show up in your business and do the things that your conscious mind is saying that you want. But you know, because of the programs running from childhood perhaps, or early life, your subconscious is not on board. And that is why we end up with resistance and self-sabotage. And the good news is that we can heal it. My loves, we can heal it in just a month. So if you are interested, please, I invite you, I urge you, I welcome you to come and be a part of this really magical, really special, really safe space in which we join together as human beings, unique human beings, here to make a difference, to heal this trance of unworthiness, and so that we can get out there and live our lives to the full and be the incredible human beings that we are capable of being. So, what do you say, my loves? Will you join me? I hope you will. We're going to have so much fun, and I promise you, you won't even recognize yourself. Sorry, the sun's shining, it's quite bright. You won't even recognize yourself in a month's time. Clients, when I work with them, after a month, really transform in record time, and I have all the tools. I'm so sure of this. I'm so sure that you hardly recognize yourself after just 4 weeks with me. So if you're curious to know more, then just send me a message, comment below. I really look forward to inviting you into this really special container and holding a space for your transformation, and healing this trance of unworthiness so that you can be the phenomenal human being that you are capable of